Another bar's moving. It wasn't moving at first when I spoke. It's Friday, and the reason I was missing for like 2 days, I didn't stream on Wednesday, is my Wi-Fi went out. Because we using another provider for like a year or two, I don't remember, and we recently changed. And the old one had not let go yet for the new one to take over, so it was like a cross wire clashing, and we didn't have Wi-Fi for like, let's see, went out Tuesday afternoon at like 2 p.m. It was gone all of Wednesday, and yesterday, Thursday, uh, I got it back at like 8:15 p.m. I was like, yay, I finally have internet again! And then I had to check like days, like, oh, what day is it? And yeah. So that has been my eventful week, say. Let me about to go crazy. I have 13 subscribers. What are thoughts? Oh yeah, slime. 4 days ago. Yeah, right. Okay. So, where's my tiny list? Finished Asterix, double XL 3 Monday. I have Sherlock, Spirit of the North, Ocarina of Time. To start off the day with. And then the later part of stream I can play Guild Wars 2, or I switch to Guild Wars 2 when the frustration hits. I think... Wait, right. Something about Sherlock Holmes, right? Needed to play it in... Calm down. I needed to play it in the correct order. Compared to the mess I created. Also, that is the chaos file. Shit. All three are Whitechapel. It's Camden Garden. That's the wharf. It's to Sun. Whitechapel again. Where am I currently? I should have taken the time to check on, like, what are you doing? What have you done? Well, even though they're out of order, we have seen all three places now. I could go to the wharf. Shh. Loading. And how do I? There, thank you.
Toby, you have found his trail.
My controls again. On options. Oh, okay, so right on. I don't. And me right now. Footprints angling this way. Ah,
I don't think he came here for a drink. Our man came this way.
hi Jay.
He wasn't able to get past here. He was wounded. Nothing of interest here.
hammer. My talking dog. Nope. Right. Sherlock is there.
The lever is stuck.
Do something about it then. Toby has no thumbs.
Our man came this way.
Some damn way for that thing.
Grease.
I can run. Oh, broke now. Y'all want me to what? Repeat, y'all want me to what?
Good dog, Toby.
They're not doing anything.
He left by this door. Locked from the inside.
You're gonna do it. It's like
Well done, Toby. You are a true detective. Some ice picks are missing.
we're doing. I can stream again. I have internet again.
The door is locked, but we can force it.
What? Your head? Side came. So you're keeping here in the shadow fly. Ah,
He used ice picks to climb through the window. The door is locked, but we can force it.
yeah, we're outside. Yes.
He took the gaff here and cut a piece of fire hose.
This is probably one. Yep. Something here, something. Oh no, that's the window, and he landed there. Okay. Gotcha.
Our man must be on the other side of the gate. It would be better not to go down there.
Fucked up. we go. The hose. How do I get? Ah. Wait. Okay. Starting in 3 minutes. Right. Get your top hatty butt over here.
Locked from the inside. Toby, don't jump. Let us find another way in.
Yeah, that was quite the fall. It's not the other way. That way. That way. That which I can't reach. How did I miss this?
Carriage tracks. Locked from the inside.
What the hell, Toby? That's a coming in, but I don't think you guys are missing much because I am. I'm just gonna walk around here for 5 minutes. I can't figure out what the hell I'm supposed to do. What was that achievement? Something. Something about me using S a lot. Or you character.
Toby, don't jump. Let us find another way in.
I don't know. The waterway is the only place I haven't checked. The worst Thursday. Anything. I'm looking at the guide. The odds are over and I have not found my way. Just... Aha. Aha.
Search, Toby. Search. There's a good dog.
Found. So that's... It's not happening. Ah. Grandpa, go here. Why would I want to? I'll take him anywhere. Dead end. I brought us back here. I'll go at the very start. Back to the first room. Violet light. Right. Oh. Stairs until Giga? Yet. And the kitty cat.
Aren't you too old for this, Toby?
Nope. Oh, Sherlock Holmes. Why are we in a smelter? What the helling damn is going on? Oh, the my way. Hello. Almost down there. You, sir, how can you even breathe in this?
Safe here. Safe. Whew.
Don't be afraid.
But
Keep calm.
it's you. Stay away.
I want to talk to you. Don't be hysterical. Drop your gun.
I don't trust you. You're out to get me. Don't come any closer.
The poor man. What a dreadful end.
He is definitely gone.
But why was he afraid of you? He was terrified when he saw you.
He must have mistaken me for someone else. Let's go. We have nothing more to do here.
We have been running around all night, Holmes, and I've had enough. And that poor young man. Let's find a police station and...
There's no question of calling the police. Is that understood? Instead, let us see how we might continue our investigation.
Very well, Holmes.
No, it is unnecessary. No, it is unnecessary. No, it is unnecessary. No, it is unnecessary. No, it is unnecessary.
So why are you giving me the map?
No, it is unnecessary.
Why do you want me back at the prison?
Here we are at the famous Westgate Prison, one of the oldest and surest in the kingdom.
I've heard that it is soon going to be demolished. Don't you find it strange that it still houses criminals as dangerous as Hans
Oh
Schiele?
my fucking
There's
god.
nothing strange about it, Watson. The name of this prison is linked with numerous failed escape attempts. As long as it stands, the criminals will fear it.
I could go back here after the wharf.
No, but we wish to meet with one of your prisoners.
None.
Very good.
Oh, we've seen this.
That was very...
Another.
We must see the prison director quickly.
Oh, I'm such an idiot. Okay, so after Kensington Gardens, we went to the wharf, and that's when I got freaked out, thinking I had been locked out of the prison and couldn't go back there. Went to a previous save and... Alright, do I have any Germans in chat who's gonna be offended of Hans? It's a guide. What the hell do you want? Before Westgate. I'm doing everything out of order. Secretary.
Let us go to the... Good morning, miss.
Oh, excuse me, I dropped off.
She was
Good
asleep.
morning, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
Doesn't know.
I am Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson. We would like to talk to the director.
I'll just go and see if he can receive you.
Tiredness, pale face, stiffness. I believe that the young lady is expecting a happy event.
It would seem so. This small rack is for urgent letters to be given.
This charming secretary is Miss Jenny Patterson. Hot tea.
With lemon, apparently.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Wait for them to come back and for my brain to not be a bundle of mush messing things up again. Oh yeah.
The director's office, Mr. P. Patterson. No need to go in there. Strange. The director and the secretary have the same name.
I'm delighted to meet you, Mr. Holmes. I am Paul Patterson, director of this establishment. You wish to talk to me? I hope this unexpected visit isn't to announce bad news.
No, do not worry. We are investigating an affair of the highest importance, one which could potentially affect the security of the kingdom. Therefore, it is imperative that we interview one of your prisoners, Hans Schielmann.
Hans, the rat killer. He's been in here for a long while now, and he's had no contact with the outside. How could he be involved in such an affair?
That is what we would like to find out.
And you have been commissioned by Scotland Yard?
Evidently.
Very well. I have complete confidence in you, Mr. Holmes. I will draw up a pass that you should give to Warden James in the guard room. He will show you to the cells.
Thank you, Director.
Keep me informed of your progress. And if there is anything else, don't hesitate to let me know.
We shall certainly do so.
Miss Patterson, you have the same name as the director. Are you related?
Come, Watson. Anyone who might have made the slightest study of anthropology would have noted the similarities between the young lady and her father.
Mr. Holmes is right, I am his daughter, but he doesn't like to talk about it. I think he's afraid of being accused of favoritism.
I'm sure it was your qualities alone which secured you this position, miss.
If you must try out your powers of seduction, then what do you say about using them on the rat killer?
Watson will strangle him,
Goodbye, miss.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
charm him. Right, where's the There's a pass. That's...
Ah, you've got a pass for the high security area. It's the door at the end. Go ahead. My name is Peter James, Chief Warden, and this is Deputy Warden O'Sullivan.
I imagine I will find Hans Schielmann behind these bars in the basement.
Yes, the high security cells are down there.
Is this the only access?
Yes, there was a second door at the end of the main hall, but it's been blocked up as a security measure.
Thank you, Chief Warden.
At your service. If you require further information, Warden Mackenzie will help you. He's at his post in the basement.
Mr. Holmes, I am a huge admirer of yours. I have followed all your cases and successes with the greatest interest.
What enthusiasm. Have you ever thought of a career in the police force?
Have I thought about it? It's my dream. And I'm going to try my chance once this establishment closes down. I'm studying hard for the examination to get into police school.
Tell me about the prisoners, Warden James.
We only have a few. As you might be aware, the days of this place are numbered. Therefore, we no longer receive new prisoners. Those who are already here are among the most dangerous in London. We have 3 at the moment. Hans the Rat Killer and the Flint Brothers.
The Flint brothers.
Yes, 2 rather simple-minded maniacs who detest one another despite their relation. They massacred their parents and decapitated their neighbours. It took more than 9 policemen to overpower them. See you later, Mr. Holmes.
Is there a rat killer who...
Here's the famous high security area.
Warden Mackenzie, at your service, sir.
Good morning, Warden. I have a pass which allows me to speak with prisoner Hans.
Very well. It is the cell at the end to your left. I'd advise you to walk in the middle of the corridor.
Otherwise, the brothers will strangle you. Don't ask how I found that out. Oh, you insulted
Hans
Germans?
Schielmann, I require some information from you.
So, who do we have here? The celebrated Sherlock Holmes himself. Do you know that for all the time I have spent rotting in here, you are my first and only visitor? I think this is cause for celebration. A confrontation between 2 geniuses, 2 extraordinary minds.
I am afraid that you are not quite as great a chemist as you believe you are, Mr. Schielmann. I will not say that you never were. No, it was certainly true once. But you see, while you are whiling away your days in here, it appears that someone on the outside is at the point of surpassing you, if that is not already the case.
Yes, I heard about that. A chemical poison that eats away at the flesh and provokes hysteria. I recognize talent when I see it, but it's only a matter of time before I win back my laurels, believe me.
What can you tell me?
That depends on what you can bring to me.
What do you want?
Do you know why I am treated so harshly? For my meals, I am given nothing but a hunk of bread. And even then, not just any sort. The...
Get to the point.
Never interrupt me! Where was I? Oh yes, the bread. Did you know that with a little rye yeast, a pinch of moss, certain cockroach secretions, just enough light and damp, with a few other ingredients that I will keep quiet about, I succeeded in poisoning half the staff here? Unfortunately, a little something was omitted, which would have made the results fatal. Instead, it merely caused acute attacks of stress and powerful hallucinations. Even so, I got a great laugh out of watching them cry like babies when they saw their most primitive fears materializing before them.
You are a monster, Mr. Shieldman.
Thank you.
It wasn't a compliment.
But of course it was! You others, you ordinary, narrow-minded people, you are afraid of anything that you cannot comprehend. You call me a monster because what you find impossible to face is just the slightest fraction of my genius. If by monster you mean someone who is nothing like you, then it is a compliment.
What do you need?
Very little. Just something to write with. You see, my brain races like an engine with too many thoughts. I see them crackle and explode into thousands of formulae right in front of me. What a torture not to be able to write them down. What a hell to see them vanish just as quickly as they appear to me. Just bring me something that I can write with.
That's all. That seems an easy enough request to fulfill.
But listen, I don't want a vulgar inkwell and a pigeon's feather. No, I need material fit for my talent. I want my ink pen. Bring it to me, and I will be happy to pass on to you a little of my knowledge of modern chemistry.
Where is it?
It was confiscated upon my arrival here. I suppose it might be in my locker, in the locker room. Leave me now, and don't come back without my ink pen. See you soon, Mr. Holmes.
Next time a guide certain sections, I'm following that order. You, keys.
Miss, may we borrow the keys to the locker room?
You will need authorization from the director to open that door. If you wait a moment, then I'll inform him.
We will wait, thank you.
You, yeah.
Anything new, Mr. Holmes? Is your investigation advancing? Mr. Holmes, have you been able to get what you wanted from our lodger?
Not yet. We must first cast light upon a crucial point, and for that we require your help again.
What can I do?
We need to examine Shieldman's civilian clothing.
Autobots,
Well,
roll out!
extremely careful.
What do you mean?
In that madman's compartment,
Thank you,
will
Sly.
find
Didn't you ask the experts?
Of course we did. Experts from Scotland Yard came to examine it, where they came to the conclusion that it was better that the case remained shut than tamper with it too much.
I see. They were afraid that some poison or other might escape if it was opened.
Exactly. Bear in mind that this man is an evil genius, a master poisoner, and that his poisons are never ordinary.
First, second, and third have not been redeemed, by the way. Anyone wish to grab them? I grab the first.
Here's the key to the locker room. I give you the authorization to open it.
Good.
Funny thing is,
Thank you, Mr.
Jay
Patterson.
was here first and he
Miss
didn't redeem
Patterson.
anything.
The guards are still
I
waiting.
think I was
you to put
probably
on
in a
the duty
meeting,
list.
so.
Do it as soon as possible. Without it, the changing of the guard cannot take place. Or had you forgotten?
Dry your tears, miss. I'm certain that your father didn't mean to hurt you.
Mr. Watson, I can't put up the duty list. When he finds out, he'll be furious.
Why can't you?
It's in my locker, in the cloakroom, and I've lost the key.
Your aunt.
Say no more, Holmes. As you keep repeating, time is against us. Let's go and look at the things in the
never
rat
did
killer's locker.
I mean, he is lurking, so you'll probably find him. Yep.
Here is the locker of our friend, Hans, the mad scientist.
Oh, what a jumble.
Blotting paper. Blotting paper. This solid box must hold... This cannot be a simple coincidence.
Cool.
Perfect.
What is written on that note, Holmes?
Later, Watson, later. We can give Hans his pen.
Get the cloakroom key. So they kinda get it.
What a bunch of incompetents. Oh, if I was as unprofessional as that, there would be murderers running all over the town.
Yep.
What's the matter? Are you a patient of Dr. Watson?
Very amusing.
I was going on about the dry cleaners in Westgate Street. They've just delivered my ceremonial uniform in the middle of my duty, and I've told them 1,000 times not to bring it until after 6 in the evening.
A ceremonial uniform? You've been promoted?
No, and that's not about to happen. No, I've been invited to a wedding. I mean, I hope to be. I'm in trouble. If the director sees that I've left my post, I'll be sacked without pay.
Give it to me, Warden Brighton. I'll take care of it for you.
Really? Thanks a lot. Here's the key to the cloakroom and that of my locker. I'm really grateful, Mr. Holmes.
What have you got in mind, Holmes? You're not doing this out of kindness, are you?
No, out of curiosity. We will be able to access the cloakroom with these keys. Closed. Staff closed.
That was the key. That was the key.
I need something. Bicarbonate of soda. Brighton must have an upset stomach, caused by stress without a doubt. The name on the key is Jenny Patterson. That is interesting. Miss Patterson's locker. Let us examine Miss Patterson's locker. The lock on this box is rather sophisticated.
Incredible. Is Jenny hiding something?
Okay.
It's really very clever. Little Jenny is astonishing.
A letter from Brighton to Jenny. Barely literate.
Apparently, Jenny...
Yeah.
A locket, sealing the...
Dealt with all of that during my screw up.
Here is the famous guard.
Went over every little detail during my screw up.
Sorry, Mr. Holmes, you can't go into the basement for the moment.
For what reason?
The door has locked itself automatically. You must enter a new security code.
Do it then.
Miss Patterson hasn't put up the guard duty list yet. Without that information, we don't know who's authorised to take note of the new code.
So Mackenzie is locked in the high security zone.
Yes, but don't worry about him. He's trained for this sort of dysfunction.
Why not ask the director to take note of the code and open the door?
He isn't allowed to, and I doubt that he would run the risk of going against the orders of the administration centre. Anyway, the bars in the high security section are joined to the alarm system, which is in that room. We only need to sound it to unblock, but you see, we can't do that now.
We'll try to find the duty list, Warden James.
We have found Chief Warden James's duty list.
Good. Thank you, Mr. Holmes. Let's see. O'Sullivan, it's you who takes over from Mackenzie. Take note of the code, please, and unblock the door.
At once, Chief. Ah, Mr. Holmes, could I ask you for a favour?
Please do.
I think I can say on behalf of all the staff that we would be honoured if you would care to write something in our guest book.
With pleasure, O'Sullivan.
Where's like, I think I'm gonna play this like 2 hours, and then I'm gonna switch to
A good
Ocarina of
night's sleep
Time.
would do you good.
A good night's sleep
And
would
if
do
that
me
frustrates me,
good. You're right,
it
Mr.
works too.
Holmes.
Is something worrying you?
As you know, Westgate
See you
Prison
later.
will soon be demolished, and I'm spending most of my nights studying for my exam to join the police. You understand, I have to think about my future. So sleep isn't a priority at the moment.
Scotland Yard is always looking for young, competent and motivated men. Would a letter of recommendation from me allow you to get some sleep?
What? A letter from Mr. Sherlock Holmes recommending me for Scotland Yard? Are you quite serious?
Completely serious, my young friend. May I use this writing paper? The one on your desk.
1,000 thanks, Mr. Holmes. 1,000 thanks.
It is addressed to Inspector Baines, a good friend of mine. There's no need to remind you that it must be opened only by the person to whom it is addressed.
Yes, of course. I'll give it to him personally. Thank you again, Mr. Holmes. At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Yeah, they're changing during the cutscene.
You have what you wanted, your precious pen.
You seem annoyed, Mr. Holmes. I would even go so far as to say terribly worried.
Why should you care, Mr. Shielman? Let's talk about that poison.
I am not talking about you in the grip of natural emotions found in ordinary people who are confronted by the inexplicable. But as for Mr. Holmes, you are embarrassed, aren't you? Are you hiding something?
That is enough, Shielman.
You have kept your word. Therefore, I will keep mine. At this moment, the poison which so interests you isn't finished yet. Its maker is encountering great difficulties in attaining the desired results.
What is the end result?
Now, Mr. Holmes, the end result of any science, as Descartes once said, to become the master and owner of nature. Here we are talking about human nature, of course. And the creator's problem isn't so much the mixture as the durability of his creation.
What do you mean?
You see, this poison was made using rare but very volatile short-living compounds, which means that it is only possible to produce small quantities, which most importantly do not keep for a long time. Conceiving such a product in a laboratory especially built for the purpose could be achieved by any good chemist. But recopying this alchemy on another scale and keeping it ready at any moment, observing the particular conservation and storing conditions that a substance of this type requires, well, that would need a genius. I doubt if the creator of this mixture would be capable.
And you would be, of course.
Of course.
Luckily, you are going to spend the rest of your life in prison.
Luck is cyclical. It always comes around again, sooner or later. As far as I am concerned, I have the feeling that the cycle is going to be very short.
Holmes, it sounds to me as though this Shielman is implying that an escape attempt will be made.
Yes, we must go and warn the director.
Text I got. The next ad break is in 14 minutes, but I am gonna go actually stretch my legs for a bit. I've been sitting cross-legged, which I shouldn't at my age. I just got back and I just realized. I never changed the category. It's still on just chatting. Ugh. But I didn't do much chatting at the beginning, so. I'll leave it be and then change it to arena. Gonna section this off into pieces anyway and sort them into their proper collections anyway. Matter.
It is out of the question that your bastard is named Patterson. Very well. You refuse to reveal the father to me? Well, then go and join him. I'm not stopping you.
I can't.
Director, you will have to postpone this small family reunion. We believe that a serious scheme is afoot. We must act without delay.
You're not thinking of...
Yes. Shielman's words leave no room for doubt. It seems that he is planning an escape attempt. We strongly advise you to search his cell.
Do you really believe that he's hiding something? Because I must make an official report and have a legitimate reason for doing a search.
Director, if this prison is still in operation, it is solely because of its reputation. Think of the consequences of an escape. It would be closed at once. And what post do you imagine would be offered to the person deemed responsible?
You're right. No one will escape from Westgate under Patterson. I will order an immediate search of Mr. Shielman's cell.
Chief Warden James reporting. The search of prisoner Hans Shielman's cell has been carried out. No suspicious items were found.
Thank you, Chief James. I feel better now. Without wishing to offend you, Mr. Holmes, I am glad that you were mistaken.
If I'm not mistaken, we've nothing more to do here. Shall we go, Holmes?
There's just one more thing for me to see, Watson.
What's that?
Mr. Holmes, sorry to interrupt you, but Miss Jenny wishes to see you alone. She's waiting for you in her office.
This, Watson.
How did you know?
Wait for me in the guards room. I won't be long.
What an extraordinary gentleman that Sherlock Holmes is. You must have had lots of adventures with him.
Oh, yes, dozens.
Thought he was infallible, but there wasn't anything out of the way in the rat killer's cell. Could he have been mistaken?
I must admit...
Warden Brighton, in my office immediately. That's an order.
The director seems furious.
Yes, it must be important for him to order Brighton to leave his post.
I wouldn't want to be in his shoes.
Did you hear that?
Yes, that's not normal. I've never heard Flint shout like that.
But why doesn't O'Sullivan sound the alarm?
Follow me, Mackenzie. Let's go and have a look.
I'll come with you.
No, Dr. Watson, you're not allowed in. Wait for me here.
Very well.
Hey, but... the grill is blocked, Chief.
We've been locked in. And that smoke, it's coming from below. O'Sullivan! Can you hear us?
Sully, are you alive? Answer us, Sully.
What's going on? Can I help you?
Sound the alarm in the guards room. That should unblock the door. Be quick. O'Sullivan might be in danger.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Work. Talk to him.
Hey, what are you waiting for to sound the alarm, Doctor?
It's impossible. It's been damaged. I'll run and warn the director.
No, Doctor. Our priority is to save O'Sullivan. Go ahead through the visitors' corridor and see if he answers your call.
Very well.
Take the keys. They're in our room.
Oh, secure.
Locked. O'Sullivan!
Hello,
Can
you
hear
little
me?
rat.
O'Sullivan, answer me!
Yes, I'm here. Quick, get me out of here. The Flints have escaped, and they are fighting like dogs. Help!
It's a catastrophe.
Yes, I'm here. Quick, get me out of here.
Oh yeah, I need to have that.
I've got the keys, Doctor. Thank you.
Follow me, Watson. We must repair the alarm.
Finally, there.
Down, PlayStation.
Turn on the system. Watson, you make sure of the contact.
I hope that this isn't dangerous.
Oh.
It works.
That was what, 6 times?
It's open. Let's go down.
Be careful. From what your colleague said, the Flints are out.
We are trained for this sort of situation. And we're armed.
Come and help us, Watson.
Everything is back to normal. Thank you for your help, gentlemen.
It was a pleasure.
But where is O'Sullivan?
He's no longer here. He must have gone out through the visitor's entrance.
Yes, and he must be pleased to have gotten out of the basement.
Good. We must now check all the cells. It's the procedure in case of an alarm.
We'll come and help you.
You are evidently fond of wasting time, my dear fellow. Rejoin me at the reception when you've finished.
Moron.
The grate is open. This is alarming.
He's fine where he is, under the cover, still.
How can he sleep with all this noise?
I'll admit it's not normal. Perhaps the smoke has poisoned him. I had better take a look.
Be careful, Doctor. He is dangerous.
O'Sullivan!
It's impossible. He was with us only a few moments ago. Or else...
Or else it wasn't O'Sullivan.
My God, he's escaped. The rat killer has escaped.
First ever escape ever. Someone said. Around. That's if I go.
The door is locked, and I can hear shouting and crying. We're in the middle of some family drama, so there's no chance of them hearing me. The door...
Still fighting. And there's 3 of them.
Ah, Holmes, there you are. Hans has escaped. I fear that this inquiry is a bitter defeat for us.
Not at all, my dear fellow. Quite the contrary. Follow me.
Why the devil have you brought me behind the prison?
We have an appointment, Watson. Look who is waiting for us.
Shieldman! I'll go back and alert the guards.
Calm down. He's harmless.
But what is he doing here? Why hasn't he run away?
Because I asked him not to.
Are you telling me that you helped him to escape?
Quite so, as he wouldn't have been able to do so alone.
But how? And why? He's a dangerous madman. Holmes, you've made me an accomplice in this escape. You owe me some explanation.
And you will have them. But my priority for the moment is to remove our new friend to a safe place. I won't be long, but I must go alone. I'll rejoin you later. Just give me your next destination.
Very well. I suppose you know what you're doing.
How could you doubt it? Here, take the notes. They will help you when you write up the account of our visit to Westgate. So, where do I find you?
I think it would be better to go back to Baker Street.
All right. I will join you there.
I read all of this last time. That was the point when I fucked up.
Oh, so all that for nothing. Oh, they didn't find anything. Sherlock Holmes isn't a nice man, is he? I don't think I like him now.
Look what I found.
Don't do that. We don't like him, but you shouldn't hit him like that.
Give that back. It's only a doll.
This is Sherlock Holmes's attic. All this must have belonged to him. I want to know what happens next. Keep reading.
3 trails and 2 dead ends. The poor nephew is dead, but Baines has the bishop's murderers. The only one left is the rat killer. Have you questioned him?
No.
May I ask when you're going to do it?
When I have found him.
What? You're not trying to tell me that he's escaped again?
Yes, but this time it's not your fault, nor mine for that matter.
You've been using me, Holmes. I unwittingly aided one of the most dangerous criminals in the kingdom to escape. So please tell me why.
An explanation would be futile. It would only lead to further pointless questions.
But do you have even the slightest notion as to where he might be hiding?
Forget Hans Schielmann for the moment, Watson. Just concentrate on the fact that the bishop is on the chessboard.
In any case, the news has spread like wildfire. Look at the headlines. All the papers are talking about it. And the Globe Explorer, their editors must be jumping for joy.
Let the dogs bark with the pack, Watson.
But how could Farley be so well informed? Look, he also mentions our visit to the opium den, and in great detail. How did he know?
Let me see. Contrary to what you might think, Watson, I do not consider that all of our trails have led to dead ends. We're simply missing a common denominator, something that links them together. And our journalist's mystery informer might just be that missing link.
Should we attempt to uncover his identity?
It is essential that we do so. Let us examine the map. We must talk to Mr. Farley.
I will escape from Westgate Prison. Hans Schielmann, the infamous rat killer, imprisoned in Westgate murder, has achieved one of the most spectacular escapes in British history. The escape took place without violence or bloodshed, and is extraordinary in that the prison guards did not observe anything untoward. Indeed, it was someone entirely unconnected to the prison who noticed that the dangerous criminal. That person is none other than Dr. John Watson. Yes, dear readers, you read it correctly. Dr. Watson, friend and companion of Baker Street detective Sherlock Holmes. According to a prisoner director, Mr. Holmes visited the Westgate in order to interrogate Hans Schielmann as regards what exactly still remains a mystery. But considering the fact that Schielmann could not have possibly escaped without outside assistance, It's quite easy to guess that the true reason for Sherlock Holmes' visit to Westgate Fortress. And as just ended. Oops. It is now up to the police to conclude the current investigation. They are decidedly very busy. Yesterday morning, Inspector Baines declared that 2 suspects being held in relation to the murder of the unfortunate Bishop of Knightsbridge. The 2 men were arrested at a opium den in Whitechapel. Interrogation of the establishment staff, if not providing anything concrete regarding the identity of the 2 criminals, nevertheless revealed that Sherlock Holmes was also present at the time. Indeed, the director of the establishment, Mr. Chen Xiaohu, uses the detective of attacking a member of his staff. The guard was later found incapacitated with a syringe protruding from his arm. According to the clinic where the man was swiftly taken, he had been in the receiving end of a terrible, dangerous anesthetic. The Shen affirmed that at the time of the attack, apart from his clients, Sherlock Holmes and his loyal friend Dr. Watson would have had the opportunity to carry out the crime. According to Mr. Shen, the aggression took place in order to gain access to a room occupied by the same 2 criminals. What was Mr. Holmes doing in this opium den? Apparently, he had knowledge that the Bishop of Knightsbridge killers were there. Why did he not alert the authorities? Why did he act alone? Why attack the guard? You may be sure, dear readers, that our investigations have only just begun. Control. I'm sorry that I read all that while the ads were going on.
Here we are at Farley's office. One cannot say that ethics play a very large role in his life. Look at the headlines pinned to the walls, like trophies of bad taste. Perhaps we will finally begin to understand the reasons for his persistence in tarnishing your reputation.
Perhaps.
Coffee. It's still hot.
This is an electric box. Interesting.
Why is it outside where people can fiddle with?
This is an electric... I cannot leave now.
Okay, that's where we came from.
Cigarettes, an ordinary, inexpensive brand.
A press card. Osmond Farley. It's his overcoat.
This door is locked. Is Farley afraid of being interrupted suddenly?
I must go out for a while, Miss Jean. I won't be long. Ask my appointments to wait, and send this message as a matter of urgency.
Mr. Osmond Farley, I presume?
Messrs. Holmes and Watson. What a surprise.
What is there so surprising about being visited by the targets of your slander?
I never slander. I inform.
You will have to accept the consequences of these articles, Mr. Farley.
Those words sound like a threat, Mr. Holmes.
I never threaten. I merely warn.
You don't frighten me, Mr. Holmes. I know all of your little secrets. And soon all of London will find out what really hides behind the facade of the impeccable detective. Thanks to my work, the whole world will discover the true Sherlock Holmes. Gentlemen, I don't wish you a good day.
I better get out of
What
here
a
before that
bore.
stick of yours
Even to
goes
the
up the
point of
rectum.
refusing to shake our hands.
Which means that we can avoid having
Sleazeball.
to wash them. Did you notice the crumbs on his jacket? He had just finished eating and his hands will be covered in grease, the same as his mouth.
Slovenly habits. That's quite disgusting, Holmes.
Do not be deceived, Watson. The workmanship in those tailor-made clothes indicate that he is a man who takes pride in his appearance. If Farley has left without brushing off his jacket or washing his hands, then it is because he spotted our approach and wished to avoid us at all costs.
But why?
We will find out by searching his office.
The secretary will stop you. Please reassure me, Holmes, you don't intend upon knocking her out?
Only if we exhaust every other viable alternative.
The box.
This is an electric box.
The secretary is occupied in sending a telegram via their electric telegraph. Farley asked that she should do so before he left.
We must find a way of interrupting the transmission, which will oblige her to go to the telegraph office in Kensington. It will take her some time to get there, and if we add on the time it takes to send the telegram and then return here, we should have ample time to search the office without being disturbed.
I suppose it's unnecessary to point out the illegality of this search?
I'm afraid so.
Well, I fiddle with the...
Closed. I need a tool to remove the lid.
I have plenty of...
Closed. I need a tool to remove the lid.
Okay.
This hanger has a large iron hook.
See. Okay, so she sits there in the nook and desk is over there.
I can hear an electrical humming. The secretary is using the electricity supplied by this switch. Let us see if I can cause a short circuit.
See. Wait, what am I doing? that and
There we are. It is simplicity itself.
found it.
That's just too bad.
Get out quickly, Watson. I'm going to hide here. The way is clear. Let's go, Watson. A page of this notebook has been torn out. We can only see the title in shorthand and today's date. It's a message that the secretary must send urgently. I'm going to recopy it.
You can read shorthand? You never cease to amaze me. Were you a secretary before becoming the great Sherlock?
Perhaps. But no, a man must have his secrets.
On the investigation into Sherlock Holmes to all his colleagues after the job.
A makeup case with a good brush. Someone has written something on a sheet of paper. There are traces of it remaining.
So,
the ribbon is missing from this machine. I must look more attentively. I can make out the marks, but I need something.
oh, I used it.
I must look more. I can make out the marks, but I need something to bring them to light. I can make out the marks, but I need something to bring them to light. Here is Farley's secretary's telegram. Nothing special here.
Piano keys. Okay.
This ashtray is worth examining. This ash comes from an ordinary, well-known brand of cigarettes. It is still warm. This cigar is of a fine quality. It must be very expensive and difficult to obtain.
And it is not even finished. What a waste.
This armchair is out of place. This ashtray, the cigar end. Farley was not alone when we arrived at his secretary's office.
You are thinking of the owner of the cigar.
Yes, the reporter smokes ordinary cigarettes. Can you smell the subtle scent of gingerbread? That is the characteristic odor of a Habano Clarissimo. Our mysterious visitor is a rich man, Watson. This category of Havanas is exorbitant, and I cannot imagine a cigar lover crushing out such a marvelous smoke before finishing it. Since we saw no one leaving the building, that must point to a secret exit somewhere.
How are we going to find it?
By retracing Farley's steps from the moment before we arrived. Look, this room is teeming with clues.
What did... Wait for the sequence of actions just before roll call. I'm gonna singer.
The secretary has just changed the typewriter ribbon. There are smudges of dark blue ink.
I understand what you want.
I can see what has been written. Please write it down.
Very well, Holmes.
Sherlock Holmes, prepare elements bio DF. Yeah.
The key is still in the lock. I wonder which drawer the secretary was interested in. The DF drawer, of course, the one in the message that we deciphered from the secretary's desk blotter. Closed. A bunch of keys, a telephone, a technological marvel. A number was written next to it quite recently. A fine, educated hand.
Holmes, this number seems very familiar.
Yes, but let us dial it to be sure. Miss, get me 1313, please. It is Scotland Yard, of course. I'm beginning to understand.
Lucky you.
Judging from all the notes on the board, our reporter is an assiduous and organized worker. A photograph of Prince Woodville. Farley is evidently also interested in this affair.
In brief, Covenant of Saint Anthony in the town of what the hell? I think I've seen a clip on a weather reporter somehow pronouncing that shit. I didn't even stumble on it. Same matter was already right and the temperature by the formations. Base. "16 nuns apparently succumbed to a collective strain of madness, adopted the firing. Bodies were found in 15 have been their last. Of the passing which remain anonymous, informed us that sometimes such atrocities do strike such places where women dwell together. Women, due to complexities of their nature, are less able to cope with the imposed see St. Anthony's Day. said that not necessary. For just one more day, and this drama most probably have never happened. Of a such that sausage offered to sending to an angel found in 1987 during the Third Crusade and brought back Constantinople, remained untouched, a sign that the nuns, even in the madness, were able to remain respectful towards the Lord. A member of the higher religious authorities.
Here's what is strange: an attack of collective insanity.
Mystery surrounds the body drowned in the Thames. Body of a man discovered yesterday morning upon the banks of Thames will remain a mystery. An autopsy revealed that the amount of water in the victim's lungs confirms the man's death by drowning. However, many gaping wounds upon his body point to a savage aggression before death. For the moment, the explanation had been provided by the authorities. The was able to be identified. The man, a 53-year-old bargeman, already known by the law, where his name has appeared in proceedings relating to each of accusation in different merchandise trafficking affairs. Principally and serial market. The latest charge dates back several dates. The court was prosecuting the deceased for destruction and destruction of goods. A vast quantity of wheat. Shortage, ranging simultaneously, Laden would not have encouraged the judge to lean towards the lead if this horrifying death had not interrupted the proceedings.
A horrible story, and rather a strange one. Someone called Scotland Yard not long ago. Someone closed the curtain as though he wanted to maintain his privacy. The DF drawer, of course. There are a lot of cards. How to find the right one? No, it is unnecessary. These blue stains come from an old typewriter ribbon. This card has been removed recently.
Well, Related to the royal family, recently permitted to use the title of prince after investigation by a committee of experts and representative of the royal line. Highly regarded among the common people, involved in charitable and philanthropic actions, distribution of soup in Whitechapel area, financing a campaign for medical treatment and distribution of blankets. Describes themselves as popular. His critics prefer the term populist, intelligent and cultivated, but some abrupt changes of mood have been observed when replying to the journalist's tactless questions.
This card has got grease marks on it. The reporter made them. Apparently, he's making inquiries about Prince Woodville, too.
But where do you come into all this? Look, if we pull the curtain a little, we can see out into the street.
Earlier this morning, destroyed this letter. See it urgently. Your questions regarding our man's true schemes are in price. I have no idea that word.
This paper only just escaped the flames.
But who is this note about? And who wrote it?
I will deal with it later. This book has fallen down from the shelf.
The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. My word, it's my stories about your investigations.
A real investigative reporter must have read them, my dear Watson.
Like that it says Sir Arthur Conan Doyle on the book cover. As that is the true author of.
My adventures have fallen from this shelf.
Real author of Sherlock Holmes. Okay. So, alright, where is the document? All these are marked in.
Our man left his sandwich unfinished. According to the guide, I'm supposed to be on a 4th deduction table. Maybe that's what.
Apparently. Yes, I'm following the guide because I'm. Holmes. Push the armchair when he. At the door. There. Very burned entirely.
Farley consulted a card while he ate, which was given to him by his secretary just before she changed the ribbon on her typewriter. The reporter's greasy fingerprints are all over the card. When he went to file it away, he glanced automatically out of the window and saw us in the street.
He closed the filing cabinet and rushed to lock his office door. In his haste, he pushed his chair aside, but didn't think to return it to its place.
Precisely. He then hurried to tell his visitor of our arrival and showed him the way out. He then threw a piece of paper into the fireplace.
But we still don't know how the cigar-smoking visitor departed.
The answer lies in the direction the reporter took, Watson. At a certain moment, he would have been in a place where he had no logical reason to be. Look at our deduction board, and then let us go to the place where the reporter should not be.
So Sherlock through the window. Door unlocked it. Journalist went to warn his visitor of Holmes' call. To warn his guest, the journalist headed towards the piece of furniture. Through a big fireplace. Guide. Could trigger the passage.
Perhaps not, Watson. Perhaps not, Watson. Perhaps not, Watson.
Of course it's
Perfect. This book has fallen down from the shelf. A real Yes, Watson. In his haste, Farley dropped this book, taking it from the shelf.
Let's search this place.
Hi.
There's a control box built into the filing cabinet. This box must open the secret door.
We don't know the combination, Holmes.
The answer is perhaps within the question, my dear fellow.
Nope, guide. I am not attempting this. Okay, so this when I can. Okay.
There we are. It is simplicity itself. Let us go and look at this secret exit, Watson.
What? And he's not.
Chance has smiled upon us, Watson. This hat was almost certainly abandoned by our mysterious visitor. Imagine the scene. In his hurry, the cigar man drops his top hat. The door closes. The hat is caught beneath it. Fearing above all that he should be discovered, he does not attempt to retrieve it, instead preferring to flee.
Who would take such action to avoid meeting us?
I cannot tell as yet, but it is certain that he carries the advantage of knowing us. We must discover his identity in order to redress the balance, and this hat will help us. Let us return to Baker Street.
Here.
Let's hope that an examination of this top hat will reveal to us the identity of its owner.
It will, you can be sure of that.
For once, I must insist that you allow me to work alone, Holmes.
As you wish. Take your time. I will examine this hat at my work table.
I'm gonna make a internote of that. And deal with that on Wednesday. I feel like I want to switch game. I'm at 2 hours and 14 minutes. I'm just chatting because I'm an idiot. Let's save. I've already done that for me. Then I unplug this control. Stir it up, and with a press of a button,